Hello, so today we're going to be doing a sweet prototyping interaction. It's going to be about this product showcase with the add to cart button and the description and the price. So there are two interactions we're doing today. First is a text animation where it updates to a new text, and this one pops up like a new product shows up while the text changes and some other thing changes, but the animation will be on the text. And then the other one is going to be about this bag or the product and the text. I think I should just show you guys so you understand what I'm saying. um so it's loading up. And so we have it like so. So once you click next, it updates this. Yeah, just like that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the transition effect, so you get to know how to do stuff that you'd like in terms of how fast or what kind of motion you want to use. Then we also have this one. So this one is about this product as well as the text. So it's quite cool. It makes it look like, this is coming out from behind this layer, and it's just sweet like that. So where I'm going to be showing that, let's get into the prototyping. So I got the images from excel.com. Just went there and searched, and then I used the plugin remove Bg, which I've talked about before, to get them to remove the background. So I will not be opening the plugin, but you can go to the resources and search for it. All right, so let's start. First, we are going to be starting with a frame, and we would have 1920 times 1080. Let's just use the basic default. And we're then going to have this first of the bag, starting with the bag, because we're having two parts, right? um we're having the the bag over here, and also going to have a rectangle here, so where we're going to have the description and the text, all of that. So this background is going to take the color of, so you have to hold click on frame I to pick a color, and I pick that, and we're going to just adjust it a bit. So not looking so brown. Yeah, I think this is okay. While this rectangle here is going to be totally white, so we're having this kind of close. So I'm good with this actually, and so I'm just going to copy the content here I used, and maybe explain what I did. So I have like the previous and the next button, so we can move from one product to the other. We have the the title, and then we have the description. We have the amount, and this is with it has an icon here, but it is in an auto layout frame. So that's all, and then we have the categories here. Pretty straightforward stuff. So, but we need to think, since this is the first frame, I then reduce the opacity. You can do that by just clicking on the numbers 5, 6, 7. If I click on 0, it's full. Click on 5, it's 50. That's the pass through is 50. So it's a shortcut you could use. So let's duplicate this so that we can add our other products, our other bags. So we have this guy here, and this is going to be bigger, right? It's going to be bigger like this. This one is maybe not, yeah, I think it's big enough because there's actually lots of space. So I'm going to also get this background, so the frame. So yeah, I'm going to get the frame, take this color, and then just take it up a bit like that. Yeah, and we also do that for the bag. Is to replace, and so I'm just trying to be fast so we can get into the main part, which is prototyping. Right, so we're going to also reduce the change the background rather. Okay, okay, then we have the last one, and that is is to replace big bag, fancy bag. Okay, so we have to change the background and raise it up. Yeah, great. Then, so for the first interaction, we're just going to work on this text over here. So how it works actually, so I'm just going to copy that. I think I've already done it, but we need to just explain it here. So I hope you can see it. So we have brown travel bag spring edition. It's clip content. They're actually like all of this, right? And what I did was just put everything in a frame. These are text layers, as you can see. I put everything in a frame, and then I think maybe I should just do it so you guys can see. So on group, so this is a text brown travel bag. So if you maybe duplicate, you could duplicate first, or you put it in a frame first, whichever one it works. So then frame both, frame selection. So these two are, I'm going to name my frame now to be title. When we duplicate again, it still has the same name. It's quite important. Then you have these two in the frame, and this is the frame. If you should reduce it like this, it's still, this is still in the frame, as you can see, right? It's still in the frame, but if you clip it, we wouldn't see, and that's what we need to do. So we need, and that's exactly how it's how I did all of this. So these four text layers are inside of the frame, and they are clipped. Then for the prototyping, which I did, or which we're going to do right now, So what you just do is you select everything and just move it up. So exactly what is going to happen when you smart animate, it's that this one goes up and this one comes from the bottom to the middle, right? So that's what happens. So you do it, like we're going to do it twice, two more times rather. Um, okay, and one more time. Okay, so we have this, and that is good. So what we just want to do now is for the title, we're going to click content. So it's as though you are seeing three different text layers, but you know what we did. So we take this to our brown travel bag. I don't think that color is brown, but we're going to paste replace. Um, copy. Sorry, hit the C. Control C for copy. Paste replace. Oh yeah. So okay, maybe I missed it. This is blue. This is brown. Brown travel bag. Brown leather bag. So this is our brown leather bag. It's supposed to go down to brown leather bag. Yeah, paste replace. And our blue, this blue is supposed to be here. So let's make sure our names are correct. The yellow is going to be here. And then the first brown is going to be here. Okay, I file has unsafe changes. I think my connection is off. Okay, so yeah, fix the connection, the internet connection issue. So we have, this actual one was kind of confusing me at first. So, but this is the one we're doing. I think I should just delete that. Um, okay. So we don't need to prototype. What we simply do is we take the next. So all this, since I copied the initial frame, uh, I need to make sure every previous connection is cut off. I'm not going to do that. If I do that now, I think some other ones are selected here. So I'm just going to remove them one by one. Uh, so we preserve the initial interactions we are trying to replicate. So what we do now is we use the buttons previous and next to have the trigger of what starts the interaction. And so it's going to be on click, navigate. Now, this instance, this instance is going to be smart animate, and it brings up all these different types of motion, right? I most of the time we all use ease out, or most of us use ease out, but sometimes it's good for you to try this um other types of curves or motion curves, the way the the animation can work in a different type of motion. You see quick, you see gentle bounce. So you just play around. I use this ease in and out back, so it's kind of eases in and then it eases out, and then it goes back, like just has this. I know you're going to see it, but it's quite fun if you explore the different types of motion instead of just going with the default. So easing an out back is what I'm using. I need to make sure this is 0, that is, it's full in the pasture. So easing an out back, smart animates. Next, there's no next here. So this will be this one will be faded a little bit to give the user an idea that there's no like next option, and the previous is now still active. So the previous is easing and out back. Okay, so we have everything. Okay, this one is not connected. This one is okay. So let's see the one. This is it. Actually, all these prices are actually supposed to be different. So let's just give this like 3, maybe 5, 6, 3, 2, 8, 1. So it's much more like more elements are changing as we move, right? The text, of course, is supposed to change. So this is it. Now for the other for the other type of interaction, it's not so far from what we just did. It's just that we're moving another element as well as the text still, having the animation. So for this, so what we want to do is we want this bag. When we click on next, it just becomes smaller and kind of fades out, while this one comes out of the left hand side to be centered. So it's like this is going out, and then the other bag is coming in, kind of, and then that kind of animation. So how do we make the interaction happen that way? So what we do is we copy this, then we come to this frame, put it here, and reduce the size a bit. We have to take it here, backspace to make it to send it to the back, and we then give the fill one or the pass through one. Doesn't matter. It's there, but it has we can't see it, kind of thing. So what happens is that as a smart animate, it just goes in like that and fades out. While at the same time, this bag is here and it's way bigger at first, right? It also is inside, and it's also one in fill, and it's not seen, it's there. So while this one is going out and fading, becoming smaller and fading in, this one is from a bigger size, it's centering and coming into space, while the background also changes. You see there's yellow here and there's brown. So all of that fits, done at the same time, creates this wonderful animation. So let's just do it through all the products so you see it. So again, make this bigger and make the fill, and also this one comes here and becomes smaller and fades out. do it again here. And this one comes small, it fades out, while this one here is bigger. So we have this, 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 we have this. You can get everything as well. Now, the major thing, one other major thing now is the prototyping, how the motion is going to be. So when we have in previously, that was we use ease in and out back, but for this now we are going to change it up. So I learned about this like a wonderful custom bezier shape from Miggi from Figma Education. So you do point 0.8, 0.2, and 1. That's 0.80, 0.2, and 1 to get this wonderful shape that's, it eases in, goes up, then eases out. It's just like easing and out if you look at it, but it's slightly better. Okay, easing and out. If I go to custom views, I see it. It's almost the same, but just slightly think faster. So 0.80, 0.2, and 1. And then it's why I use this now a lot is because it is quite natural and adjusts to most um interact, like it has this wonderful soft motion. So most of the time, all you need to do is just adjust the time that you use in the custom bezier. So we have 400, and we're going to do the same thing. Make sure it's copied. So for this custom bezier, 400 is good. And we do make sure this is the same. 400. And this also custom bezier 400, and this. But depending on what type of motion you're trying to do, you could use gentle, you could use bouncy. I've used bouncy for some kind of interactions. So play around. You don't have to always use the default motion, motion parts, right? And there's nothing for this since it's the last product. So let's see how it goes. Okay, the starting points. Smooth. And you see, it's also that smart animate, that custom bezier also affected the way this one behaves. It's not bouncy like it used to be, right? Like the other one is great but different. So it's, you see, it has this, it goes back a little bit, and but this one is alright. So this is the end of our lovely prototyping tutorial. I hope you learned something. Use Make sure you play around with the different types of motion curves with the custom bezier, the bouncy type of motion, and all of those other things. So I really appreciate you watching till the end, and have a wonderful rest of your day and week. See you in the next video. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.